Oh, yes. Yes. Okay. Well, hello, Missouri track and field. I am Ron Burgundy, and I am the greatest anchorman in the world. I am also a very big track and field fan. I became a fan last year in San Diego, my home. I was taking a walk with Baxter, and we came across the Triton Invite. There I met Jill and Kirsten. After a long time of trying to teach my dog Baxter how to play fetch with a hammer, we determined that that was not a good idea. And they told me that they are the best in the country, to which I said, no, I'm the best in the country. And once we determined that I'm the best anchorman and they're the best track and field team, I knew I must cover them. So I'm here with you now, covering Missouri track and field. So the new performances from this weekend. The cross-country teams performed very well in Minnesota, which based on the heat reports, I assume is an island in the Caribbean. Gerard and Jonathan, you must be living close to there when you go home. Ah, yes. And additionally, it appears that Coach Karjay revealed to the men's team last week that he is an expert at candy corn. Myself, having a sweet tooth, and being an expert of many things, I'm very interested to speak with you, Karjay. Now, as part of my news department telling me that I need more skills, I am now bringing in one of your track and field coaches to teach me some important skills to improve my performance as an anchorman. So with that said, here is Coach Shaylee Marr. Is this right? Now, honey, where's your coach at?
I am the coach.
You're the coach? Well, this is very confusing. Jeez. I mean, I guess there are anchor women nowadays. I guess there could be female coaches. Huh. I'm just used to coaches being much larger, having graying hair, and reeking of Panera coffee. I've never felt this way. What does your husband do? He must be a very successful and well-to-do man to be able to allow you to have this hobby.
He's a trophy husband and a student.
Oh! So you're the breadwinner of the family. You must be a real genius. I guess I could learn a lot from you. Do you have any skills that you can teach me to improve my performance as an anchorman?
Well, yeah, I could teach you a skill of focus.
Skill of focus? What's the first step to that?
That would be time orientation.
Oh yes, time orientation. I believe that is a large wooden ship.
Not quite. Time orientation can be answered by you asking yourself where you are.
Where am I? I'm in 1979 in San Diego, of course.
Not quite. We talk about right here, right now. Being right here in the present.
Oh, very interesting. Why would I be concerned with the present?
Being in the present leads you to optimal performance. Focusing on the past leads to regret.
Oh, would that be like the time that Baxter and I ate that entire wheel of cheese before my broadcast? And I spent the entire time just thinking about how bloated I felt? And it really was a bad show.
Exactly. That's exactly right.
Well, what's the opposite of worrying about the past?
Focusing on the future, which can bring a lot of anxiety.
Oh, yes. I think of that often when I'm thinking about, this is a really good show right now. I'm going to have a fantastic after party and do many cannonballs. When I think about my cannonballs, sometimes my performance suffers in the newsroom. Well, very good.
So whenever you find yourself focusing on the future or the past, just remember to stop and think about where you are and where you are right here, right now.
Oh, yes, I am right here, right now. And speaking of right here, right now, do you think your husband would mind if we went out on a date? I'm wearing expensive cologne. This is called Panther. Has real panther in it. Well, we'll continue this later. Thank you, Missouri Track and Field, for listening to me. And please use this big wooden ship called time orientation appropriately. As always, stay classy, Missouri Track and Field. Well, how about that? I mean, you want to go someplace?
Maybe.
Yes. I can tell this.
All right. That Ron Burgundy has a good mustache, let me tell you. He did a lot of the talking there, and we aren't going to go too much further in depth on that. But what we are talking about is time orientation. And time orientation can simply be queued up by asking yourself, where are you? Where are you?
Right here, right now.
Right here, right now. When we look at the continuum of looking at past, present, or future, what happens when we look at the past during a performance? And I oftentimes like the analogy of a basketball player. If you're a basketball player and you go down there and you airball it, and you're thinking about, oh man, that really didn't go well, you hang your head, next thing you know, someone's blowing by you and scoring. Same thing happens when you see the guy go and throw down an awesome dunk, or a girl, they dunk too. Once they throw down an awesome dunk, next thing you know, they're going and celebrating, thinking about how great they just were, someone's behind them scoring. We can catch ourselves doing the same thing in our events. No matter how great the last attempt was, the jump, the throw, the first half of your race, that really doesn't have a bearing on what you're doing right here, right now. If it's bad, that's over. Put it behind you. Now at the same time, you can dial that up after your race or after your competition and talk with your coach. There's valuable information to be garnered from those things, but that's an evaluation period after. While you're performing, focus right there in the present. Same thing with the future. We don't want to get ahead of ourselves. We have the best race in the world going in the 400 hurdles through 7 hurdles. If we start thinking about how great this time is going to be and we don't focus on the 8th hurdle, that right there, present moment, oh man, it could get ugly real fast. So at the end of the day, right here, right now, leads to great performances. And that will set the foundation for the next 4 steps of the focus skill. So time orientation, summed up real simply, where are you?
Right here, right now.
All right, thank you guys very much.
Wow, Derek's pretty impressive with that stuff, man. It's pretty crazy. I don't think he's getting paid enough for all that work. We'll give him a pay raise, right?
I'm a trophy husband. Can I get more allowance?
Hey.